Welcome to Learning Differential Equations with Pet and Kay. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about exact equations. What are exact equations exactly? To answer this, I'll give an example and I'll solve it step by step. Here's an example of said equation. In this example, w cubed plus wz squared minus z terms of w plus z cubed plus w squared z minus w in terms of z. Now, this equation should be of order 1. By saying that it's order 1, we can say that this equation has two functions that can be solved by both terms, z and w. Let's name w cubed plus wz squared minus z as m and z cubed plus w squared z minus w as n. Let's first prove that these two equations are actually exact by getting its first derivative in terms of the other term. So, m here, in terms of w, should be derived now in terms of z. So we get the equation 2wz minus 1. On the other side, we have n, where n is in terms of z. So we take its derivative now in terms of w. It's also equal to 2wz minus 1. What does this mean? It just easily means that these two equations are exact. For the next step, we will now take in account that m or n is the function itself in terms of w or in terms of z. So m is the function with the derivative of w. We now take its integral. This now forms our f. So the w cubed plus wz squared minus z in terms of w, it now results to w to the fourth over 4 plus w squared z squared over 2 minus wz. But in actuality, this is not enough. It should be added with the c, but the c is not present. So we just give it in terms of the other term of z, because we haven't solved for that yet. Now, we must derive this function in terms of the other term. So we derive this function in terms of z. What we get is w squared z minus w plus the function that is missing from how we derived it in terms of w. So we put it as g prime of z. What actually this means is that derivative of f over the derivative of z in terms of z is actually your n. So we can equate this equation to your n. Now you have to find g of z, but you only have the g prime of z, which is z cubed. Now take its integral, and that will be the term that should be added to your entire function. So we go back to that function as w to the fourth over 4 plus w squared z squared over 2 minus wz plus the one we got for g of z, which is z to the fourth over 4. And there you have it, the entire equation, w to the fourth over 4 plus w squared z squared over 2 minus wz plus z to the fourth over 4. There are times when we try to prove that they are exact, aren't really exact. In another episode, probably, I'll show you that to solve that, we can also get its exact equation, but we also need its integral factor. For now, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and please continue to support us. Thank you.